Hello everyone, this is a compliance training video for the Arizonans for Voter ID ballot initiative. Our goal is to collect over 300,000 valid voter signatures by the beginning of July 2022 in order to qualify for the November 22 ballot. This initiative focuses on creating universal voter ID requirements, so no matter where you vote, when you vote, or how you vote, identification is required. In the next 12 minutes, we are going to teach you how to properly collect signatures for this initiative. Why is compliance training important? It is simple, because we do not want to waste your time. It doesn't matter how many signatures you collect. If you are not in full compliance with state law for gathering those signatures, all of your petition sheets can be rejected. All of the work and time spent to collect signatures can be thrown out and could prevent the initiative from gathering enough valid signatures to qualify for the ballot. For example, one recall effort this year, though they turned over 25,000 signatures, 0 were accepted because the circulators did not attach the petition to each signature sheet. In Arizona, we have what is called a strict compliance standard to qualify ballot initiatives. This means that the legal level of scrutiny is high. We believe strict compliance is good policy that helps prevent and reduce fraud. It is not a matter of if our petition signatures will be challenged, but when they will be challenged by the opposing side. Our job is to make their job very difficult. We turn in clean sheets with quality signatures. Every single one of us is critical to making sure this happens. Our job is to know the law, respect the law, and follow the law. So dot every I and cross every T. Now let's get to it. Firstly, this is what an initiative petition looks like. Every petition has two sides, front and back. The front is where voters will sign to support the measure. The back is the portion you, the circulator, and a public notary will fill out. Every petition you receive will have the Arizonans for Voter ID Act 100-word description already pre-printed on the front, as well as the initiative number. Also, every petition you receive will include a printed copy of the entire initiative language. This is several individual pages stapled to every individual petition sheet. This must remain stapled to the petition sheet at all times. Petition circulation is broken into 3 phases. Phase 1 is what you do prior to collecting any signatures. Phase 2 is what you must do while collecting signatures. And Phase 3 is turning in your petition sheets. So now that you have your petitions, before you collect any signatures, there are 5 boxes you need to fill in. 3 are on the front of the petition, 2 are on the back of the petition. The first thing you're going to do when you get your petition sheet is check the box in the upper right-hand corner that says Volunteer. Second, fill in the box underneath that says County, with the county in which you plan to collect all of your signatures. Each petition sheet must include voters who are all registered to vote in that same county. The third box you will fill in with the same county as you did the one above. The fourth and fifth box you will need to fill out prior to collecting signatures are on the back of the petition. These boxes are on the affidavit of circulator. The first box is your full name highlighted in the red box. The second box, highlighted in blue, is the county where you live. You will of course need to fill out those same 5 boxes on every petition sheet prior to collecting signatures on that specific petition. Now there are 2 things to avoid prior to collecting signatures. Do not scan or make your own copies of the petitions. All official initiative petitions should come directly from the campaign. If you need more petitions, call, text, or email the campaign and we will arrange for you to receive more. If you distribute your petitions to other circulators, please collect their contact information and return that information to the campaign. Secondly, you will hear us repeat this. Never remove the initiative language from the petition. These pages must remain stapled to the petition the entire time of the circulation and at turn-in. That's it. You are ready to collect signatures on that petition. Now let's review the compliance protocols for collecting signatures. Everything involved in collecting signatures happens on the front side of the petition. When gathering signatures, you first need to confirm that the individual is a registered Arizona voter prior to signing. Only qualified Arizona electors can legally sign an initiative petition. Second, make sure the voter uses only blue or black pen when filling out their line. Third, it is critically important that you witness every signature on the petition. This means if you take your petition to an event or meeting, you cannot simply send a petition around the room or leave it at a table. You will be attesting that as the circulator, you witnessed every voter sign the petition on that sheet. Make that true, and do not let your petition out of sight. Fourth, do ensure that every signer completes their entire line themselves. This means you cannot fill in any information for them, not even the date. Also, it is common for a spouse to want to help out their partner finish filling in their information, such as an address. This too is not allowed. It is the responsibility of the signer to complete the entire signature line, and it is your responsibility as a circulator to inform them of this requirement. Lastly, do ask signers to put the complete date of when they signed a petition. For example, 9/28/21, not 9/28. If you follow these 5 steps, ask every signer if they are a registered voter in Arizona, ensure the signer uses blue or black pen, witness every signature, ensure the signer fills in all their information themselves and writes a complete date, you will turn in clean, quality, and legal sheets. There are also several common mistakes circulators make that can result in signatures or even whole sheets being invalidated. You will want to avoid these 4 common errors. The first 2 you will remember from the do list, but they are worth reiterating. Do not leave your petitions unattended or gather signatures without you witnessing them. Do not fill out any portion of the voter's information and signature line. You will see from this example that it is often very obvious when the same handwriting crops up on the same petition. These 2 mistakes may be considered fraudulent. Fraud will not just jeopardize individual signatures of voters or even just one petition sheet, but all of your petitions you circulate. Another common mistake to avoid includes allowing a voter to use ditto marks. This most often occurs when a voter's spouse signs after them and writes the hash or tick marks to indicate they live at the same address as the one written out above the line. But this is not valid. So if a voter does do this, kindly let them know they have to write out their full address. You can simply strike out that line and they can refill in their information on the following line. Lastly, it may occur that a voter signs your petition who lives in a different county than the one you filled in on the front of the petition, indicating where you intended to circulate. This is most likely to occur if you live in a district that straddles 2 different counties. For example, if you wrote Maricopa County on the front, but someone signs who lives in Pinal County, strike that person's signature. You may instead fill out a new petition where you fill in Pinal County as the county of circulation and have them sign that petition instead. This is likely to be a rare occurrence, but if you are mindfully witnessing every signature, you will catch these errors. Most importantly, regarding this level of attention to detail, you will ensure that every voter who wants to see strong voter ID laws in Arizona is given the opportunity to have their voice in the process. They want their signature to count. The last phase is to turn in your petitions. When you turn in your petitions, you will fill in the majority of the backside of the petition. We intend to have drop-off locations all around the state with consistent hours. You will need to locate your nearest drop-off location in your area. You can find your nearest drop-off location on the campaign website at azvoterid.com/upcoming-events. At every drop-off location, there will be a public notary. It is very important that you do not turn in your petitions without having them first witnessed and notarized. You will see on the back of the petition sheet, the boxes outlined in pink are what the notary will fill out. The box in blue are the fields you, the circulator, will fill out in front of the notary. All of our public notaries will receive their own specific compliance training. So any questions you may have about how to fill out this side of the petition, they should be able to answer and help you out. There are people designated to collect petitions at these drop-off locations and transport them to the main campaign office. Of course, there are several mistakes to avoid upon turning in your petitions, some of which you are already familiar. As mentioned at the beginning, never remove the initiative language from the petition. It must remain stapled to each sheet at all times. This includes at drop-off. Once you turn in your petitions and it has been notarized, do not collect any more signatures. The notarization is to officially witness a circulator affidavit in which you attest to witnessing each signature. If you collect a signature after the petition was notarized, that signature will be invalidated. Lastly, do not fill in the remaining boxes on the back of the petition without the public notary. They will ensure you do it correctly and that they are actually witnessing you signing the affidavit. You are ready to collect signatures. Here is a short script you can use when approaching potential voters with whom you are not acquainted. Hi, my name is Bill, and I'm volunteering to improve Arizona voter ID laws by collecting signatures to qualify a ballot initiative for 2022. This initiative is common sense. It would create universal voter ID requirements in Arizona, so no matter where you vote, when you vote, or how you vote, ID is a requirement. If you are a registered voter in Arizona, would you help me by signing my petition? We have also provided other materials to help educate voters on this initiative that should be helpful to you, including a palm card and a frequently asked questions page, both by print and on our website. We are happy to provide as many copies of these materials that you need. Remember, voter ID requirements are common sense and they are popular, so have fun talking about the initiative with voters. That concludes the compliance training for volunteer petition circulators. We hope this training was helpful and beneficial. You may access this video at any time at azvoterid.com/compliance for a refresher and share it with other circulators. Also, feel free to refer to the compliance checklist which we have included with each distribution of our petitions or may be accessed on the website as a PDF at azvoterid.com. We appreciate you taking the time to volunteer to be a circulator for this important measure and encourage you to reach out to the campaign with any questions you may have.